Hi kids, here's the video for student book page 51. So get out your big, thick, pink student book and open to page 51, 5-1. And we're going to be making arrays and writing down what multiplication is being shown with these pictures. So pick up your pencil and do what I do right on page 51 with me, okay? All right, guys, let's look at letter A. And letter A is showing the equation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So write down what I'm writing down by 10. So we're multiplying 7 by 10. And 7 times 10 we know is 70. And if you were to look at the pieces inside, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. There are 70. So this is a visual representation of 7 times 10. Don't be afraid to pause the video so you can keep up with digital Mrs. Jensen. All right, let's look at letter B. Letter B is a visual representation of 10. Write down what I write down by 20. Right, so I have 10 on the side, and I have 20 across the top. So this is showing the multiplication equation, 10 times 20. Now, I know that 10 times 20 is 200, but you also could find it just by looking at the picture. 10 times 20, and if I fill it in with the yellow pieces like we did before, fill it in with those yellow pieces, 10 times 20 equals, there's 100, there's 200. So 10 times 20 is 200. And this is sort of just visually showing that. All right, let's look at letter C. Letter C is showing 10. Again, make sure your paper looks just like mine. By 10, 15. So we have a picture that's showing 10 by 15. So our equation is going to look like this. I know that 10 times 15 is 150. Okay, I just had a phone call, so let me get back to it. 10 times 15 is 150. And I can visually see that if I fill in the area. So here's 100. Here's 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. So I knew that 10 times 15 was 150, but it's good to be able to visualize with a picture why that is the case. All right, let's look at number 2. Complete the multiplication facts below. Whenever you multiply by 10, a lot of people just think add a 0. What's really happening is numbers are shifting to the right, and then you put a 0 in that empty spot. But it's okay to think just add a 0. So 10 times 4 is 40. If you really want to give yourself a challenge, why don't you pause the video, do this section by yourself, and then press play to see if you're correct. 10 times 2 is 20. 10 times 9 is 90. 10 times 3 is 30. 10 times 5 is 50. 10 times 8 is 80. All right, let's look at some ones that are a little bit larger numbers. Again, a lot of people think when they multiply by 10 to just add a 0, which is a great way to think about it. What's really happening, though, when you multiply by 10, every number shifts one spot to the left, one spot bigger, and then you put a 0 in that empty ones place. Okay, 14 times 10. There's my 14 with a 0 at the end. 11 times 10. There's my 11 with a 0 at the end. 15 times 10. There's my 15, the 0 at the end. 19 times 10. There's my 19, the 0. 30 times 10. Be careful because 30 already ends in 0. So there's my 30 with another 0 after it. 300. 40 times 10. There's my 40 with another 0. And 50 times 10. There's my 50 with another 0. Number 3 says, what happens every time you multiply a number by 10? Why? Let's say you add a 0 because the number is getting 10 times bigger. And of course, our whole number system is based on the number 10. So if a number is getting 10 times bigger, everything shifts one spot to the left, and a 0 gets put in at the end. All right, kids, let me show you all of the answers. There are the answers for page 51, your student book. All right, you are ready to do the next thing. Great job, kids.